Hey, good morning. It's about the 9th of March on 2023, and I just want to give you a quick update of what is happening when it comes to marketing in March of 2023. There's been all kinds of things happening with artificial intelligence, deep learning, you name it. A lot of things have been happening. So I thought I would just give you a quick update in general of what we're doing here at SwingPoint Media to make sure that we're doing everything we can leveraging these tools, as I say, to make our boat go faster and ultimately your boat go faster and attract more customers. So let's talk about this a little bit. First of all, I think probably you've heard of ChatGTP. Well, this is artificial intelligence that interacts. It's just about like having an assistant that you can program to do anything. I think of it when I was a kid, and probably for you, you had silly putty. You could mold it into anything. And the better you are at molding that, the better the results are. Well, the same thing is true with ChatGTP. It comes down to what type of questions we ask, what we call them prompts, what kind of prompts we give the ChatGTP results in how good this is. So what we're doing is a couple of things. Because we've had your videos and your voices or articles that we've written for you, we tend to feed that in there to analyze the content so that it creates new content in that same voice, the same tonality, the same meaning and intention. And eerily, it's coming back with very good content. So then we take that and then we finish editing it out, putting the right images against that, and post it. It's doing really, really well. So most of our writers now are becoming editors and proofreaders, which really is that extra step of saying, hey, this is not going to be something as of March 2023 that it's all done by machines and artificial intelligence. We still have a nice sized staff working on your projects. So for many of you watching this, you may or may not have had an avatar created. And what that means is it would be something that looks like you, in this case, me, and we're able to load in the script that we want to have a video made, and it would create the video. Now, what this is doing is it's allowing us to create video content faster and more consistently for you without you having to be on camera. Unfortunately, it's not a free service. It does take quite a bit of technology to put that together. If you're receiving this, you've already got your artificial intelligence, your avatar, then you know what that is like. And for those of you interested, that runs $1,800 to have that shot. We bring you into studio and we shoot you against green screen under certain conditions with a script that you must read. And then we send it off, and it takes about 10 days, and your artificial avatar is created. Now, I want to point out, right now, this particular service does not synthesize your voice. So what we do is we have, a lot of different choices for voices that becomes a voiceover. So it may seem odd seeing your video, your avatar, you, if you will, but it has a little bit of a different voice. We're trying to match it as closely as possible to represent you. But the point is those two things allow us to then increase volume at scale. The other thing we've been working on is we are also talking about distribution. So as an example, when we make one video and we write one article, we're now cutting that up. Instead of saying, hey, we're putting it on your website and we're putting it on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn, we're now putting it out about 5 times a week in different segments. So what will happen is we're taking that article and we're chunking it down into smaller bite-sized pieces, and we're basically posting anywhere from 3 to 5 posts a week on 5 different platforms. Now, these platforms may vary, but they're typically Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. And of course, your website. The other platform we're using is Google Business platform. So now all of a sudden, from having 1 or 2 exposed pieces of content a week, now we're looking at somewhere between 25 or more per week. So what does that mean? Well, let's face it, the more we have out there with your name and brand on it, the more you come to top of mind, and the chances of someone thinking, hey, I need this service, they'll think of you. So that's something else we've done. It hasn't resulted in more fees and more expense because we're leveraging the artificial intelligence to help us do some of this at scale. So it's helping quite a bit. Now, we have added new staff to get this done, but at the end of the day, it's important that we do this to keep you at the top of search engines and also the top of mind for your customers. Now, one place that some of you are doing, some of you are not, is email marketing. And we've seen that have a very big impact on our clients' business. And example would be, let's say you have a database of people who already know, love, and trust you. They voted with their wallet, they bought your service or product. And this is a way to take that same content and leverage it into an email that simply we just take that and turn that into an email, and we send it out to your clients once a week that already know, love, and trust you. And we see the referral and repeat business doing quite well. So if you haven't done that, consider that. That is an extra fee. Reach out to us and we can help you with that. We'll talk about that. The last thing I want to talk about is what's called topic hubs. And what does that mean? Well, when we create content, and you think of this, and I'll use an example. Let's say, for instance, you're a solar company and you write one article about why you should have solar installed on your home. Well, that's important, but it's not very much. It doesn't really show depth of knowledge as far as, are you an authority in the marketplace? And there's a thing called EAT, and it's expertise, authority, and trustworthiness that Google uses, and most search engines use some form of this to determine, hey, should I share their content with people who are looking for an answer to that question? Think of Google as nothing more than a big dating site. It's matching that query to the best response. And so what we do with what's called topic hubs or topic stacking is we're taking that same query and we're creating many, many pieces of content. As an example, we were just doing one yesterday, and when we pulled it up, we could write 35 different articles on this one topic. Now, you might ask, well, why would you write 35 topics on this same or certain 35 articles on this same topic? Well, because it's spun a little different way, and it may be a way that your particular ideal customer may ask a different question, or the question in a different way. The other thing that makes it really, really strong is every one of these articles are what we call linked together. In other words, if somebody's reading about, why should I have solar installed on my home? And then within that article, there's a link that's talking about a certain rebate program or maybe tax incentives. And we have an article written about tax incentives, and they click on that takes them to that other article. Well, Google sees that the longer that a person is on your website, the higher ranking authority you are. And let's face it, the more questions you answer or now are able to answer, the more you are trusted and more likely to get a phone call and be asked for your product or service. So that's something we're doing. That is again something that we're taking on. We're not adding additional charges for that. It's just something we're saying, hey, this is something that whenever we put this out there, our goal is to get you to the highest possible position when you're being searched for, because we know that those people who search for an answer on Google have a higher intent of making a buying decision. So these are just some of the things that are going on behind the scenes. There's a lot more. Every day I'm looking at, I think I've become an AI filter. Every day I'm looking at probably 10 to 12 different artificial intelligent tools that could possibly be used to help us, as I say, make our boat and your boat go faster. So if you have any questions, let me know. So if you have questions about the avatar and what would happen with that, or if you have a question about an email, if you're not already using us for email, let us know. We'd be more than happy to talk to you about that. In the meantime, hey, I'm going to go back to work and have a great month.